everyone. Good day, Mang R. Vinis Ocampo. Let me allow to introduce to you myself and my co-members. I am Hazel Ann A. Antonio.
I'm Rosala Riate.
And Justin Andres.
We are here today to present to you our semestrial presentation about regions in the Philippines, presenting Region 1, Ilocos Region. Here are the objectives of this presentation. Describe brief history and geographical features in the region. Introduce some tourist destinations in the Region 1. Describe economical activities of each province in the region. Ilocos Region is an administrative region of the Philippines, designated as Region 1, occupying northwestern section of Luzon. It is bordered by the Cordillera Administrative Region to the east and the Cagayan Valley to the northeast and southeast, and the Central Luzon to the south. The west lies the South China Sea. The region comprises 4 provinces: Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, La Union, and Pangasinan. Its regional center is San Fernando, La Union. The 2000 census reported that the major languages spoken in the region are Ilocano, at 66.36%, the total population at that time. Pangasinan with 27.05% and Tagalog with 3.21%. Its literature is known as one of the most colorful regional Filipino literatures. Prior to Spanish colonial period, the Ilocano literature is purely alive in the form of written and oral literature. And ancient poets expressed themselves through folk and war songs. The region has a coast and hilly ranges that are prone to typhoon in the wet months, but devastatingly hot during the dry season. There are 3 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Ilocos Region. In Vigan, there are 187 documented examples of period architecture. It's like traveling 500 years back. And in every town, you'll find ancient churches, even older than the missions of California.
Ilocos Norte is a province in the northern tip of Luzon in the Philippines. It's one of the 4 provinces comprising Ilocos region. The area of the province is 3,399 km, and according to the latest 2020 population census, the current population stands at 609,588. And the capital city of the province is Lawag. Ilocos Norte is a popular tourist destination, and many visitors usually coming from the capital of the Philippines visit the province because its beaches and historical sites. If you will be visiting the province of Ilocos Norte, it's highly recommended that you visit this popular tourist destination Lawag City, Pagudpud, and Burgos. Pagudpud. Why are you going to visit Pagudpud? Pagudpud is a good beach that from Ilocos Norte because it's famous destination and good in Pagudpud. Activities in Pagudpud: Secret Green Hills. Butter your water, pack some snacks, get your camera ready, and tie your sneakers tight. You're about to go on a scenic, hour-long walk up through farmlands along rice paddies and off the beaten path towards the secret green hill. Patapat. The Patapat Viaduct, also known as Patapat Bridge, is viaduct at the municipality of Pagudpud, Ilocos, a coastal resort town on the northmost tip of Luzon Island in the Philippines. The bridge is elevated 31 meters over sea level. The Patapat Viaduct does not just give motorists a fantastic view of the beach, but it's also solved the problems of landslide causing major vehicular accident in the area. Lawag City. Lawag City is the capital of the province of Ilocos Norte. Its name is said of the from Ilocano term Lawag, which means light of the brightness. The city is also popularly known as the Sunshine City, that has clear atmosphere with beautiful blue skyline. Attending church. The Santa Monica Parish Church, commonly known as the Sarat Church, in Roman Catholic Parish Church in Barangay San Leonardo, Poblacion, Sarat, Ilocos Norte, Philippines. It was built in 1779 and was originally known as San Miguel Church.
Ilocos Sur. Ilocos Sur was founded by the Spanish conquistador Juan de Salcedo in 1572. It was formed when the north, known as Ilocos Norte today, split from the south, that is Ilocos Sur. At this time, it was include part of Abra and the upper half of the present-day La Union. The current boundary of this province was permanently defined as Act 2683 that was signed on March 1917. Ilocos Sur was the home to the two UNESCO World Heritage, namely the Heritage City of Vigan and the Baroque Church of Santa Maria. Calle Crisologo. Calle Crisologo is a 15th century Spanish street in Vigan, Ilocos Sur. It is considered as one of the heritage sites in the Philippines. It lined with antique houses, specialty shop, leading to the town of 100-years-old churches. Naturers and tourists are able to wander faster by riding a calesa, shown in the Ilocos Sur. Calesa is a century-old way of Filipinos traveling with horse and carriage. So what are the activities we can do in Calle Crisologo? The first one is we can have a historical tour. Calle Crisologo is not just about cobblestone street, but also has a rich history that you should know about. From Calle Crisologo description to Calle Crisologo love story, which is by the way heartwarming that you'll probably be entertained. Another thing that you can do in Calle Crisologo is shopping. Calle Crisologo is a shopping heaven of cool restaurant, souvenir shop, and antique shop. And the best part here is that everything is so affordable. So you don't have to spend a fortune with buying a souvenir. Another best thing to do in Calle Crisologo is the calesa riding. Riding horse, carriage, or calesa is a famous mode transportation in Calle Crisologo Street. The rate range is 500 pesos depending on how far and how long you'll rent it. Now let's proceed to the next tourist spot, the Baluarte Resort and Mini Zoo. The Baluarte Resort was established by the politician and businessman Chavez Singson. Singson, who cited his hobby on hunting to motivate the setting up. Baluarte only considered on opening a zoo, but when his hunting trophy collection grew too big, he thought that a zoo would serve a edify to its patrons aside from promoting conservation and protecting the endangered species. Baluarte Zoo is a zoological park in Vigan, Ilocos Sur, Philippines. Here's are the activities in Baluarte Resort and Mini Zoo. The first one is we can have a tour in Safari Gallery. It features a wide display of Singson collection and memorabilia of his hobby as a hunter. The next activities is that we can interact in a wildlife. As the home of the big cat in Vigan, they take pride in their 8 Bengals tiger, 6 white lions, and 2 leopards, among other kind of animal. Even those are endemic in the Philippines. Another tourist spot in Ilocos Sur is the Ilocos Sur Adventure Zone. The Ilocos Sur Adventure Zone is an adventure center at the boundary of the town of Bantay and Santan, near at the postcard Pretty Old Quirino Bridge is the newest attraction in the side of the Ilocos Sur. It was owned, built, and operated by the provincial government. It was fully operational since December 22, 2011. One of the activities in Ilocos Sur Adventure Zone is the zip line. It is famous because of its 400-meter long zip line. The exhilarating adventure will propel you way to the above of the river and bring you to the other side of it. Another activity here in Ilocos Sur Adventure Zone is the giant swing. This activity will be a memorable and extreme experience that you will be encountered here in Ilocos Sur Adventure Zone.
La Union is a province in the Philippines located in the Ilocos region in the island of Luzon. Its capital is in the city of San Fernando, La Union, which translates to the Union was formed in 1850 by merging towns from neighboring province of Ilocos Sur, Pangasinan, and Benguet. Dangan ruins. Only few minutes from the main road, Tindangan ruins are absolutely magnificent, and it showcases the beauty and history of the region. Activities of Tindangan ruins. The ruins refer to the remains of a church built by Augustine Fitz in the late 70s during the Spanish colonial period, while Tindangan, an Ilocano word which translates to a place for drying fish, is where local inhabitants used to lay out salted fish to dry out in the sun. Gavos Grapes Farm. When tourists visit La Union, one of the first things that typically comes to mind in the beach Most visitors associate the town with surfing, swimming under the heat of the sun, enjoying the tropical weather. But what most travelers don't know is that La Union is also a top of farm tour destination in the Philippines. One of the farms in La Union is the Gapos Grapes Farm. Adventure. Underline junkies looking for trying experience in La Union will find in a Fuga Resort, an adventure park that offers fun activities with a zip lines, giant swing, rappelling, paintball, wall climbing, and ATV, and 10 swimming pools. The resort also has a mini zoo with exotic animals such as various snake, weeds, bear cats, exotic birds, and tiger named Nicole. San Juan City has 21 barangay and boasts of the central location in Metro Manila as it is bounded by Manila, Quezon City, and Mandaluyong. It is a small city with a land area of merely 5.94 square kilometers and a population of close to 122,000. So what a visitor to do in the smallest city in the Philippines? Aside from shopping, there are quiet restaurants to dine in, historical places to visit, St. Mayon Francis Zamora here. Activities of San Juan City. Take a break from the surf and enjoy a deep San Fernando. San Fernando, officially the city of San Fernando, is a third-class component city in the province of La Union, Philippines. 400-year-old Baluarte Watchtower was built during the Spanish colonial period and served as the place to the ward resident against pirates and foreign looters along the coastal town.
Pangasinan. Officially, the province of Pangasinan is a coastal province in the Philippines located in Ilocos region of Luzon. Its capital is Lingayen. Pangasinan is on western area of the island of Luzon, along Lingayen Gulf and the South China Sea. The western portion of the province is part of the homeland of the Sambal people, while the central and eastern portion are homeland of the Pangasinan people. Due to ethnic migration, Ilocano people have settled in some areas of the province. First in the list is Hundred Islands. The Hundred Islands National Park is the first national park and a protected area located in Alaminos, Pangasinan, in the Philippines. The islands totaling 124 at low tide and 123 at high tide are scattered in Lingayen Gulf, covering an area of 16.76 square kilometers. Only 4 of them have been developed for tourism: Marcos Island, Governor Island, Quezon Island, and Children's Island. Here are the activities in Hundred Islands. The Hundred Island National Park is peppered with over 100 islands and islets. It makes sense to go island hopping, but don't fret. You don't need to see all the 100 islands. The standard island hopping per day tour includes a visit to Governor's Island, Quezon Island, Marcos Island, and Children's Island. Snorkeling. You can also snorkel and explore the colorful marine life, especially the giant crabs. Balingsay River is a protected cityscape with rich mangrove areas that support diverse life forms. Gastropod composition, abundance, and diversity were observed by analyzing snail samples from 2 sites along the riparian zone of Balingsay River. A total of 7 marine species of gastropods were identified from the 253 collected individuals. Mangrove expedition by boat. You can explore the Balingsay River by riding a boat. Dining into stationary floating kubo. Here, you can see a lot of floating kubo where you can eat if you are hungry. Our Farm Republic. It is called Our Farm Republic and it represents 2 phases of agriculture, tourism, and training of farmers. Our Farm Republic is in Mangatarem, Pangasinan, where farmers and tourists can find more information on organic farming. For tourists, there is a restaurant where guests can pick the ingredients of their food from the farm or purchase fresh organic produce to bring home. Those who have more time can learn about organic farming starting from the basics of composting to plant care. Activities in Our Farm Republic. The farm's restaurant offers travelers the option to pick ingredients to their food from the gardens. Planting. It is also offers guests learning session on organic farming from the basics of compost making to caring for plants.